In this short session, we're going to look at the inventory item view and how we can use it to look up finished good inventory by customer. In this example, I'm pulling up the item view and I've reset the layout to the default layout. So I'm going to go through a couple different ways that we can do to look up finished good inventory. One thing I am going to start with in most cases is the location ID begins with multi-film, just as a way to kind of get rid of the duplicate records. From there, what I'm really going to get into is bringing up some fields that I can begin to sort by. All right, so if, and of course I have my filter row so that I can right-click off in the left margin, and if I were to pull up FER, it pulls up this inventory list. Now if I drill down on the Ferrara, I want to point out where that customer abbreviation is coming from. Kind of a slow load here. We can see that customer abbreviation is coming FER on this item ID and the product abbreviation. So really important to put that information in on the item setup. Okay. From here, the next thing I'm probably going to want to do is bring up some additional columns that will help me. So I'm going to bring up, kind of stretch this out a little bit, and we're going to bring up the probably quantity on hand and probably available if I need to see the available as well. And probably a few others that would probably be helpful, like the item description. Location I probably don't need. I might want to look at the product line, sales category, maybe even the product abbreviation. Status, maybe not so much. Unit, yeah, I probably want to see that. And maybe even last cost versus standard cost. Oop. Sorry about that. We'll get right back to it. Okay, so obviously if product line and maybe sales category aren't needed, I could pull those off, and of course I can do best fit all columns here. And now if I'm looking at Ferrara, one thing I'll probably want to do is throw a filter editor on there to say that my quantity on hand is greater than 0. Great. Now, I might be seeing some semi-finished here. So in theory, what I should be able to do is bring up the product type. And get to the finished goods. I'm going to give one other suggestion in case we're semi-finished, we're set up as finished good, and one that is pretty much an alternate way of doing it is our GL account code. It just so happens that 05 and 06 represent our finished good. So I can do a right-click, filter editor, and do a GL account code as any of, and 05 and 06 really represent our two finished good account codes that we are using. So in theory, any finished good should fall in those two. So now I can see Ferrara's product abbreviation, their unit, the product type. Now, because I do have a filtering set up on these, I can actually pull these off the screen, but my filter remains down below. Okay, so now, again, I could come here and, 1 second. going to pause the video. I got a question. Yeah, it's just doing a quick recording for everybody on doing this. But I'll give you, whenever you're ready, we could probably meet here.
Yeah.
Okay, give me like 2 minutes. And
Okay.
then,
All right, great.
sorry about that. And so I can take off the abbreviation. And now I'm seeing all finished goods. And then I can begin to type in customer abbreviation and get to their finished goods where I have quantity on hand. If I need to send that to the customer, I can always hit the little magnifying glass. From here, I'm probably going to want to clean this up a little bit. So the first thing I would probably do is scale it to fit in a page wide. Cool. I probably want to take off some of the header. Maybe this I don't want to display. And if I want to get rid of that bottom, that filter information, I can click this little customize wrench here and say I don't want to show the filter info. So now I could present a page there, and if I click this send button, the system will prompt me, where do you want to save this? And after it saves, it'll open up the email and attach it for you. So if I wanted to do this SU whomever and save this, it will save the document and then automatically open up my email and attach the document. So then I could send them. Now, obviously right here, I wouldn't want to send them cost information. So if I was, wanted to show it more just like that, I certainly could. Maybe I don't even really want them to see my product abbreviation. So really just an easy way to sift between finished goods where I have available. And you can see again my filter editors that I put on, and I'm using the GL account code 0506, which is our finished goods. It's kind of just a filtering suggestion. So this would be one way to look up finished good inventory by customer. Hope this was helpful. Thank you.